Hey everybody, John Reap here. You're about to watch and or listen to episode 36 of Country-ish, and we have a fabulous show for you today. We play another edition of Remember Me? That's when I call up people from my high school yearbook. Also, I give you a Popsicle update. We do a Me, we play a Jeff Foxworthy game, and my buddy Kyle Davis joins the show. Let me get it.
Just a country boy, and he's making it good. He was y'all's underdog, dressed in overalls, living next to the wood. He liked to eat the sushi, but he don't even fish. Not so much a country boy, it's more like he's country-ish. Moved out of his dream and headed for Southern Cal. Wound up in TV and film, making Popsicle proud. Now this country boy is back with his family. Got himself a podcast, he knows it'll last, 'cause he's in Hickory.
That's right. I am in Hickory, and I'm very happy about it. I hope you're happy, no matter where you are. Happy, healthy, safe, and sound. That's my new thing. 2 H's, 2 S's. Happy, healthy, safe, and sound. I'm John Reap. You're listening to another amazing episode of Country-ish, and I'm joined by a very good friend of mine, a staple on the show. Let me just get right to him. He probably comes in around 10 feet, 3 inches tall. I mean, like I said before, we've dug a hole. He's standing in it. He's the southeastern man of mystery. I'm talking about the one, the only Sebastian. How are you?
Fantastic.
Good to have you.
Fantastic.
Thanks for coming.
Yes, sir.
I like the hat. I like the shirt.
Thank you.
We're going to get right to it because we got people on hold.
Oh, let's talk to him.
We got people on hold and got a great show lined up for you today, so bear with me. Remember me, reading out of my yearbook. We've got an interview with Kyle Davis. I'm going to give you a Popsicle update, and we're taking phone calls, and there's a game that we're going to play with Jeff Foxworthy's game that we're going to play. And we might get to a small-town news story, crazy thing out of Florida, a shocker. Yep. But let's not keep these people holding any longer. But wait, Alan, yes. Do I need to read something out of this first, or should we just take the calls first? I feel like I need to read.
Why don't you go ahead and read one?
Yeah.
Read one out of there first. Yeah.
So for those of you who may be new to the podcast, this is a segment called Remember Me. What I do is I pull out my old high school yearbook. This happens to be my senior yearbook. And you know how people write in your yearbook, and they leave phone numbers sometimes. And they say things like, call me sometime, friends forever, keep in touch, call me anytime, use this sometime. Well, that's what we're doing. Now is the time. I'm a man of my word. Sure, it's 30 years later.
30 years later, you're still.
But we're going to do it. We're going to call up. I got a lot of people in here.
You got a lot of numbers in there. I'm just looking at
them.
I didn't get that many numbers in my yearbook.
Do you have your yearbook?
I do.
Let's read this one. John. Oh, my God. I did not pre-read this. And these are not my words.
You got to read exactly like it's right.
John, yo, honky dude, what's shaking? I can't believe you're leaving our humble home so soon. I wouldn't think that you would want to. Well, dude, I'll miss you. Have a great summer and come back and visit. Don't do anything I would. Peace, love, and happiness. Keep in touch. Kim Hunter. I don't really remember her. I got to see a picture. Apparently, I was friends with her. She's cool. She's got a little. Sounds like a hippie chick in a weird way because she put a little peace sign next to her. Mm-hmm. You know Kim Hunter? No. Very familiar name. I'm sure I'd recognize her if I saw her. But you know what the problem is, Alan, is it's been too long.
Yeah.
And she told me to keep in touch, and I think now's the time. Yeah. Let's call up.
Better late than never.
Better late than never. I'm gonna do my old area code, and we'll see what happens. Put it on speakerphone. Here we go. Can you hear that okay? All right. Kim?
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice
Oh,
message.
Shall I leave a message?
704294053 is not available.
I'll leave a message.
At the tone, please record your message.
Okay.
When you have finished
What do I
recording,
do then?
you may hang up
I may?
or press 1 for more
I
options.
could hit more options if I choose to hit more options. I could. Oh, hey, Kim Hunter, John Reap here. Just going through my yearbook. I saw that you left a message and a phone number, and you told me to keep in touch. So I'm keeping in touch. Call me back. All right, now let's try the different area code just in case. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's the bummer about this area is because I think we did that one time with Stamos, and it actually worked when we switched area codes. Yeah, we had an area code change a long time ago. Let's see what happens.
The mailbox is full.
Oh,
and
it's
there is not
full.
enough space to leave a message.
Kim, popular no matter what area code. Busy or popular. All right, so we're doing Remember Me on the phone. I'm hoping people call in with their yearbook, and I'll cold call somebody, see what happens. Who do we got on the
bring
phone?
our first person in?
Yeah, who do we got?
I don't know. We'll find out. So here they are. We're bringing them in. First caller, you're coming in.
Hello. Hello.
Hey, how you doing, John?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear, buddy.
Doing good, man.
Oh, great. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
This is all 8 foot, 11 inches tall, Rick Sanford III from Richmond, Virginia.
Yeah.
Rick Sanford III. We've read your emails. You've sent me all kinds of. We got a picture one time in the email, so I remember you, buddy. How you doing?
Doing fantastic. How about y'all?
We're doing great, man. We're doing a segment where we call up people from my yearbook, and you have to ask for permission sometimes. And I don't know how long you've been holding, Rick, but anyway, do you happen to have your yearbook nearby?
I have it right in front of me.
Oh, this is great. Now, Rick, for those of you who don't know, for people listening to this who don't know you, like me and Sebastian know you, what year did you graduate?
1988.
Oh, okay. So you're only 2 years behind me, or ahead of me. Now, did you graduate in Virginia? Where's this yearbook from? What state?
Yes, Prince George County, Virginia.
Oh, great. Now, Alan, I don't know how we're going to do this. How do I get these numbers from Rick? You can bleep this out later, right? I don't want everybody getting the numbers I'm about to call up.
Right.
So maybe there's a way. I love that. The way that you're looking at me and the way you just said, right?
I just have a camera on myself. So
says
this is the
everything.
look I'm giving you right now.
You just caused him an hour extra work.
Right.
No, it's we can bleep out all the numbers.
Yeah,
that's not a problem.
that's all
It's
I'm
just,
care
just
care
know
about.
that the other two callers on hold and our Patreon viewers are going to get it. But there's nothing
That's
you can
fine.
do about that.
Well, they're cool. They'll be fine. I don't count that as a broadcast.
All right.
I don't think. Rick, are you cool? Hey, do you have one picked out with a phone number? You want to read it to us and give me the number and I'll call it up?
Actually, if you got your email open, I just sent it to you.
Oh, here we go. So he didn't have.
Yeah, using technology. That's that's good.
Let me check my email. Man, he's good. Here it is. I got it right here.
Oh,
okay. So, Rick, how about you read what this person wrote and give me the name and I'll call him up.
All right. This is from Beth. She said, Rick, you are a real great guy. I wish you all the luck for your future. Thank you for looking after me on the school trip. It was a blast. Never forget all the good times there. Hope to see you in the future. Keep in touch over all the years. Love, Beth.
Oh, okay. This is great. Sounds exactly like something I would have read out of my yearbook.
Yep.
Very generic.
Very generic.
Very like, everyone says it, keep in touch.
Yeah.
Don't be a stranger. I'm going to call this number. Beth, do you hear me calling?
Beth.
That's what's about to happen.
Hey, Rick, was she cute?
Yeah. Quite.
That long pause.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, did she graduate the same year as you? Give me something that would help her, help us with a phone call. Like, did she Was she a cheerleader? Did she play volleyball?
No, we went on a school trip to Disneyland or Disney World the spring of 1988.
Okay.
Gotcha.
All right. I got it. I'll just use that.
Our
Okay.
senior trip.
Senior trip. What's the name of the high school?
Prince George High School.
Prince George High School, Rick. Disney World senior trip. Okay.
Here we go.
Now, will she be able to hear Rick, Alan?
I know.
Oh, so Rick, unfortunately, she won't be able to hear you, but you can hear my conversation with her. Is that okay?
All right, then.
Rick, do I have your permission to call Beth?
Yeah, knock yourself out. This will be fun and interesting.
Whew, I'm nervous. Here we go. Let's see what happens.
Prince George High School.
Oh,
Number you dialed is not in service.
oh. Well, see, that's part of the game. I mean, what are the odds
That is a very common tale.
Yeah, 32 years later, that'd be the exact same number. So, anyway, we tried. Rick Sanford III, God bless you. This guy, I mean, we've talked about him before. He's
Yep.
the third.
He's the third from
Yeah,
Richmond.
I think he said he's the last.
Third and the last.
Is that right,
I
Rick?
am the last because the third time is the charm.
Boom!
Yes.
All right, Rick. Thanks for playing, dude. We're going to take another phone call. You be well, buddy.
All right, y'all take care now.
You too. All right. Who we got next, Alan?
All right, coming up next, here's somebody else in the queue.
Hello, John Reap talking. Who's this?
Try it again.
Let's go. Hey, this is John Reap. You're on Country-ish Podcast. Who am I talking to? And,
Hey, what's up?
Oh,
there
hey,
you go.
who's this?
It's Andy Rice.
Andy Rice. I know this guy. He's a very tall dude, too.
Oh, competition.
How tall are you, Andy?
Oh, big lop of 5'11".
Oh, you're taller than that.
Yeah, I got you, Andy.
Dude. Anyway, thanks for calling,
What?
Andy. I think Andy was here for the Hickory Live taping. Am I right?
Yes, sir, I was. Me, my brother, and my dad.
That's right. We went to the Silver Bullet.
Oh. Andy, you experienced the
Oh, yeah.
silver bullet.
He
We met
loved it.
Mr. Sebastian Jon.
Yeah. I mean, we had a good time, man. I mean, look, that's how big this podcast is. People come from all over the country to hang out with us and go to the Silver Bullet. Thank you, Andy. How you been, buddy? Let me ask you that. How you been? How is everything?
Pretty good. I'm in school right now for computer drafting, and I just got a new apartment.
Oh, that's great. How's your brother and your dad?
Pretty good.
Very good. Well, this segment's all about calling up people from the yearbook. You don't happen to have your yearbook nearby, do you?
I see. Here's the thing. I don't want to insult nobody, but when we did yearbooks, you know, this is about 10 years ago, nobody wrote phone numbers in there because everybody was like, we got Facebook.
Oh,
He's so young for that. That's
What
right.
year graduated?
We are so old.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, Andy, what year did you graduate high school?
2010.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
wow.
That's right. I forgot how young he was. Go get your brother's yearbook. All right. Well, look.
Oh, man.
I appreciate you checking in. I appreciate you watching and listening and all that stuff. We got other people on hold. Let's try and get them in here and see if we can get a yearbook. Thanks, Andy. You take care, buddy.
All right. You guys have a good day.
You too. Bicycle. All right, Alan, let's keep moving.
Next up, here we go.
I didn't even think about
All righty then.
right
You
now.
are live on the Country-ish Podcast. Who am I talking to?
This is Shane Flint.
Shane Flint.
Hey, one of our Patreons.
Yeah. What's up, buddy? Are you watching and listening at the same time?
I'm not watching. I'm listening.
Very good.
And thanks for taking my call.
Hey, thank you for calling and being a Patreon supporter. We appreciate it. Now, this segment happens to be about yearbooks. It's called Remember Me. I've already called up somebody from my yearbook. Maybe. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. And I'm hoping you got your yearbook nearby, Shane.
I do.
All right. Okay. Now tell me what state you're calling from.
I'm calling from Virginia, Stafford, Virginia.
Well, that's two for Virginia.
Stafford, yeah.
Yeah,
State for lovers.
Dude,
Yeah.
Rick Sanford the third. Now we got a guy from
Stafford.
Virginia.
Yes.
It's a crazy world we're living in, Sebastian.
I know.
Okay. How about you read us the entry, and then when you're done with that, we'll get the name and number, and I'll call them up, and I'll ask a question on your behalf, or I'll just make up something. How's that sound?
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. You got the
So
floor.
I'll go ahead and read it. This is from Erin. She says, Shane, so glad to see that you're out of the hospital. I had appendicitis my senior year, and that you're feeling better. I'm definitely going to miss you, but won't forget you. Please, please stay in touch. You have a piece of my heart. Erin.
Okay, well, listen, you don't want to not be a man of your word. I mean, she's begging you to stay in touch, right? Please, twice.
And she took a piece of his heart that he probably needs it back.
And his appendix. Okay. You had appendicitis?
My appendix ruptured 2 months before I graduated high school in 1990.
Oh, man. I mean,
Missed my senior trip and all that, fun stuff.
what year did you graduate again?
1990, same year as you.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Okay,
here
good.
you go.
Okay. What's her name? I'm sorry.
Erin.
Erin, okay.
Erin.
And, okay, so Shane calling Erin. She said, please call me. And I want to give her an update on my appendix.
Yeah.
Now, did you get it removed or what happened?
Well, it was removed because it exploded. So it actually, I was in the hospital for a month.
Oh, my God. What do they do what happens? I mean, do we need it?
No.
Don't people get that removed all the time?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you're doing okay.
Yeah, I didn't get there in time.
He can get there. He had to get the pieces off. He had to find all the pieces in his guts.
Oh, man. Did you get yours removed?
No.
You still got yours? I think I still got mine.
Yeah, I'm trying to take everything I can with me.
Yeah. Okay, so, Alan, get ready to bleepy bloopity, I guess. And whenever you're ready, Shane, just give me the number.
It's
Shane, give me the last 4 digits one more time. Okay, got you. All right, sorry, Alan. I know there's going to be a lot of bleeping on your part.
It's all right. We'll
I
take
want
care
to
of it.
double check. Got it. We've said the number like 1,000 times.
Alan's head's
know.
Hey, Shane. His appendix Alan's appendix is exploded back here.
Yeah. All right, so let's call up Erin. Okay.
Oh, it's busy.
Ooh.
Wait, Shane,
That
did you
has
give her a
to be-
heads up or
It
something?
has to be a landline.
Maybe she's talking to somebody else. Let's see here. Who has a busy signal anymore? I didn't know busy signals even
yeah,
existed.
that's unusual.
Yeah, so that tells me it's probably a landline.
Should be.
Let's try it again. Let's go right in a row. Still busy. Oh, Shane. Now, what part of Virginia is
Well,
this?
I'm gonna have to dial that number later.
Are you dialing it right now?
No,
No,
blocking the.
What part of Virginia is this?
it's I'm 50 miles south of Washington D.C.
Okay. I'm going to go one more time. I don't like busy signals. Dang it. All right. Shane, I don't know what to do. We'll try it again later. We'll look, a busy signal is not a no.
No.
It's a maybe. Mm-hmm. So don't worry, Shane. We'll try it again sometime.
Maybe better than a no.
That's right. We'll take a maybe. Do we have anybody else on hold, Alan?
One more.
One more person. Shane, we got to take one more call. I appreciate you trying this, And thank you for being a Patreon supporter, and thanks for calling in. We love you, Shane.
Yeah, take care, John.
You too, buddy. Bicycle. All right. Alan, let's do one more, huh?
Here we go. One more.
Okay.
And they're on.
All right. You are on the Country-ish podcast with me, John Reap. Who am I talking to?
This is Carmen. I went to Fred P. Ford from 2003 to 2007.
So she was at Fred. Carmen?
Yes.
Okay. So you went to Ford 2000. Now, did they put phone numbers in the yearbook in 2000? Say. Can you hear me, Carmen? Is she still there? Mm-hmm. Carmen, hello.
Yes.
Okay, so
I'm
just
here.
Yes. Did they write, like in your yearbook, did someone leave a phone number?
No.
Okay.
I just have your autograph from the lunch line. You came into our school to do a stand-up show.
Oh, wow.
So you wrote, "Hey Carmen, enjoy the hot dog, John Reap."
Enjoy the hot dog.
So
where was this?
Yes.
Where was the hot dog?
In the lunch line at school.
Did you have to go through the lunch line?
It was what I was having for lunch.
I got it. I know exactly what she's talking about.
Okay.
So after I won Last Comic Standing, which is season 5, 2007, that would be your senior year, right, Carmen?
Yes.
And so I went there because Randy Bell, my old art teacher, asked me to come speak to his seniors in his art class. That's how it started. And I said, yeah, sure, only if I'm allowed to go to the cafeteria because I want to eat that food, the school food again, because I hadn't had it. And I'm like, dude, you can't get that crap anywhere else but at a freaking public school.
Yeah.
I mean, the weird pizzas and all that
I love
stuff.
the pizza.
So I was actually looking forward to eating in the cafeteria and, of course, just speaking to his art class, seniors only. That slowly turned into, oh, so now can you do my juniors and my seniors? I'm like, yeah. So now can you do the whole school? Can you do the entire, in the gym in front of everybody? And it wasn't even going to be a stand-up show. It was going to be more about like, never give up.
Yeah.
Chase your
Motivational
dreams.
speaking.
And it turned into
Is
like.
this what turned into the shopping cart dance and all these different things?
Oh,
Or
this
that
was
somewhere
way
else?
after the
That was
shopping
after.
cart. Yeah.
Okay.
I came in there with my high school jersey, football jersey, my letter jacket, and I think I had a Goodyear hat on. And that's when Lance, what was
Watson?
Lance Watson, was still there. You had anyway, so I went up there and I just talked to them, and it turned into like, that's half the school in the gymnasium.
Yeah.
And afterwards, I guess maybe in the lunch line, I ran into Carmen here. And what did I sign? What was the actual thing I signed?
A piece of notebook paper.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure you were behind me in the lunch line or in front of me. I can't remember that part.
Well, I'm glad you called it. Do you listen to my podcast? It's okay.
Sometimes, yes, I do. I follow you on Facebook.
Right. See, what I'm trying to do, Carmen, is get all these people I got on Facebook to listen to my podcast. So that's one of the ways I'm trying to get people to listen is like, getting them to call in or doing contests and play games with us. But, hey, go Tigers.
Especially if you're a Ford girl and you don't listen to the podcast, don't they take you stripes for that? Mm-hmm. Take you Tiger stripes?
That's right.
No.
You have to give them
They
back,
probably
Carmen.
did that years ago. Okay.
Well, yeah. So do you have a yearbook nearby that we could even read something from it? Or, yeah, it's weird. I guess at that age, like what Andy was saying, because of Facebook and everything else, no one would leave
they don't
numbers.
worry about phone numbers
It's like
anymore.
email me,
Messenger.
Message me, yeah. Do you have a yearbook, Carmen?
I do. Let's see.
Do you have it nearby?
Yeah, I just grabbed it off the shelf. So you're wanting phone numbers?
No, wait, let's correct you. I don't want phone numbers. What I was doing was on your behalf, if someone had... Okay, so this segment that we're doing is called Remember Me, as in Remember Me. And what I do is I read I read what people wrote in my yearbook, and if they left a phone number, I call them 30 years later. And I go, hey, remember me? And so I thought, like, I'll have the listeners call in, and I'll read from their yearbook and see if they remember you. But, of course, you probably don't have any phone numbers in there because of Facebook.
Well, you speak for yourself on the phone numbers. So
Yeah,
I'll take all phone numbers.
Any phone numbers in here.
My gosh.
That's crazy.
Well, did they leave an email?
Yeah, I don't see any phone numbers in here at all.
Well, that's fine. Well, look.
Sorry.
It's okay. No. I'm happy to have signed your piece of notebook paper, and I hope you enjoyed your hot dog that day. And I certainly enjoyed my pizza. And I appreciate you calling in. And please go subscribe and listen. Watch my podcast that you're on right now. Comes out Friday. Country-ish. Okie dokie?
All right. Sounds good.
All right, Carmen. You take care now.
You too. Thank you,
Bicycle.
John.
Bye-bye. All right, Alan, is there anybody else left in there?
There is one more. If you got time for one more, or do you want to?
We got time for one more. And if you want, Alan, I can call somebody else from my yearbook. We could try another
It's
one.
your call, man. We got one more that can hop in if you want to take one more call.
Let's do one more, and then we'll see how it goes.
All right, here we go. One more call.
Okay.
And they're in.
All right. Thanks for calling in to the Country-ish podcast. You're on with me, John Reap. Who's this?
This is Ben from Georgia.
Ben from Georgia. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. I'm BTH75. I gave you a comment last week from the Georgia Pines, and also on your Heffern and Reap show, which is, I don't know, they're both pretty good if you ask me.
Well, I appreciate you, dude. Thank you so much. This segment that we're doing right now is called Remember Me, and we call up people from the yearbook if there's a phone number in there. When did you graduate high school? Do you have a yearbook, and is there a phone number in there? And do you want me to call it?
94, and I have no idea where it's at the moment.
Oh, that's okay. Well, I would imagine 94, there'd still be some phone numbers up in there. Yeah. So
there might be a couple.
Are you at home near your yearbook? Should we wait on it? No, I can't. Ben,
it's in the basement somewhere, John. I'd have to dig for it.
It's all good, buddy. I'm glad you called in here. We have called people from my yearbook. Some people, the thing is, you got to ask for permission. Otherwise, you can't air it. So sometimes they get cut out of the show. Sometimes they don't. But I've got another one, Alan, that I could try. We could do it with Ben on hold, on the phone with me.
Yeah, because I think we just lost Ben.
Did Ben just hang up?
I think Ben's gone. Ben, are you still there?
Oh, no.
No, it said his call's gone. So.
Been there, done that.
Oh, hold on. He just called back in. Let's bring him back in.
We'll bring Ben back on. And I got another one I can read.
Ben's back.
Hey, Ben, I lost you, buddy.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm out in the backyard getting ready to spray for bugs. You know how those are here in the South. So
that's right. You spraying for skeeters?
Skeeters, everything.
All of them. Well, what I've decided to do is I will read you one of my...
He's gone again.
Okay. Well, mosquito must have took his phone. All right. Well, look, we tried. That's how you play. Remember me? We got to get a theme song for that. All right. Well, the phone banks are now closed, and we can move on. I wanted to catch up with you. Normally, we catch up at the top of the show.
Oh, I know. 2 callers.
We're very popular as well. We're everywhere, by the way. We're on Apple Podcast, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Pandora, Stitcher, you name it. Wherever there's a podcast, there is Country-ish, and we need your help. Rate, review, subscribe, and share. One of the things I like doing is, well, number one, we have a Patreon support page. If you want to support the podcast, you can do that. Go to countryishpodcast.com, click on support. There are many different levels that you can help us out, and you get rewards like this model I have right in front of me with this countryish hat and a countryish shirt. These things could be yours. I have around my neck a ginger beard mask, which is also part of the deal. Let me put a smile on your face. More specifically, my smile. And, you could help the podcast. Okay. Now, if you don't have any money, which is fine. That's probably 90% of our listeners. And you still want to help out the podcast, you can simply go to Apple Podcast, give us a 5-star rating, and write a review. And if you write a review, I will read it on the podcast. And we have some new ones that I'd like to read for you right now. This one is by Ryan Landers 1274. Gives us 5 stars. Says, John Reap, the neighbor next door. John really makes you feel like you're listening to your favorite next door neighbor. Such a refreshing feel in a podcast these days. Really invites you into his life of comedy and beloved Hickory. Oh, that's very pleasant. Thank you, Ryan Landers. Here's another one by Cody R. Pitts. 5 stars. Great podcast. Funny, laid back, and makes you feel like you are in the group. You are, Cody. Love the podcast, man. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Cody. Here's one more by Who Knows 09. Says a relief, gives us 5 stars. I found this podcast because of your appearance on Bert Kreischer's podcast. Yes. I've been tuned in ever since. Be well, Popsicle. Look at that. Gives us a little Popsicle love. Well, thank you all for doing that. Again, that helps us if you want to help us out. That puts our numbers up, and we're growing slowly. We need your love. All righty then. I don't know where to start. So many things just to randomly catch up on. Okay. I've been trolling Country Living on Twitter.
Yes?
Okay.
You're still doing this?
Well, they've behaved themselves for a while. They went dormant on me.
Okay. But
recently, I could not resist their post. So for those of you who don't know what this is, on Twitter, the magazine called Country Living, right, has a Twitter page. It's at Country Living. I follow them because my podcast is called Country-ish, and I live in Hickory. I think I qualify as a Country Living subscriber or follower or whatever it is.
You're in the demo.
Yeah, exactly. I'm in the demo.
Yep.
But just like CMT got bought out by Viacom, which is VH1 and MTV, Country Living's not. They're more country-ish than I am. So I troll them when they decide to tweet things that have nothing to do with living in the country, which is the title of their magazine. And here's the last one that they did. This is what they put out.
Oh, no.
They put this out. Harry Styles takes fashion to another level. Now, here's Harry Styles. Can you tell me, is it One Direction?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, when you think of country living, what's the first thing that comes?
I absolutely think of Harry.
100% Harry Styles.
Every time I think of being on a tractor, I'm thinking Harry. Look at Harry. He's got
him.
Yes, he's been on many tractors.
I bet you he's got working man hands.
He does.
Like he's probably got
Look at that hat. That's a traditional cowboy hat.
It is. And those boots.
That's country.
He is wearing country leopard print boots. That's an animal that lives in the country. Yeah, there he is. And he took fashion to another level.
Yeah.
Yeah, see? Now, I bet you he's got a flip phone, too. Anyway, Country Living, stay on brand. What are you doing? Now, I hope that you people at home listening to this will get behind my movement here. No. Go, first of all, follow me on Twitter. I don't do a whole lot on Twitter except troll Country Living and post things about my podcast. But if you happen to follow me, you'll see. It's just at John Reap, JONREEP. I'm trolling. Look at that blouse.
That one right there. That's
you know what that is? That's brave and that's bold.
And that's what Country Living
is. That's Country Living at its finest. Well, that's a mosquito net he's wearing. I'm going camping pretty soon. I might wear that blouse.
We should have told our last caller that he don't need to be spraying just to get that outfit.
Yeah.
Get that outfit, wear it around Georgia, and there's not a bug going to attack you within 50 miles.
That's right. So anyway, Yeah, help me troll
Wow.
them for not staying on brand. I just hate it when that happens. So,
Wow.
yeah, I thought you'd get a kick of
No,
that.
I like that. You ought to get
And
Krishner and all them on
Here's
that.
the thing: I'm not knocking Harry Styles.
No.
I'm not knocking his choice of wardrobe. I'm knocking country living
Yeah.
for not being on brand. This is more specific to a VH1 or MTV
Yeah.
or something like that. Okay, so what's next? Okay, I can tell you this. There is a meme that is out there. Well, I guess it's a meme. I don't know if it counts as a meme. Someone posted, and I've been tagged in this.
You've been tagged.
Yeah, I've been tagged in a photo that's making its rounds way around the internets.
Is this a look-alike John Reed?
Yeah, pre-beard.
Pre-beard.
Yeah, there is a tomato that
Whoa.
it's a tomato. It looks like me a little bit, but it looks more like Larry Bird. Now, back in the day, I had a bit where before the beard,
Yeah.
I would say I put pantyhose on my head. It was a long bit, but at the end of the bit, I'm wearing pantyhose on my head, and I say, "Is it just me, or do I look like Larry Bird smashed in a screen door?" And I did. I got kind of a Larry Bird thing. If I didn't have this hair,
Yeah.
like I got kind of my mouth is so small, and it does like slant when I talk, and it makes my nose look bigger than normal. Thank God for beards.
You've evaluated this a lot, I can tell.
Hey, I've looked at myself a bunch in the mirror. But anyway, I guess people remember that or know what I look like, and they've shared this picture and they've tagged me in it. Would you like to see the tomato? Bam!
Oh.
Have you seen this, dude?
Yeah.
That's a tomato. How did that happen? Now, it looks exactly like Larry Bird.
Yeah.
It looks exactly like Larry Bird. I mean, if you were to put, I don't know how to do more Larry, maybe if the nose was a little bigger and you put like a little blonde wig on that thing.
You could, yeah.
That's it. So I just want everybody to know that ain't me. And it's Larry Bird.
It's Larry Bird.
And
not you.
and you're hilarious. But that's crazy when that happens in nature.
Yeah, it's just like it could have been, you've seen the ones with Jesus.
Right.
Well, you were getting
How
up there,
come-
man. You're getting close. Larry Bird, which I believe he's right below Jesus.
I'm telling you, are there people
then-
flocking to French Lick right now?
Yeah, nobody.
French Lick, Indiana? Because, I mean, that's, he's the great white hope.
Yeah, I love Larry Bird now.
Yeah. All right. So I had to share that. Real quick, country-ish movie night. We're talking about it. It's in the works. We're weighing our options. There's things that Alan and I have talked about, where to do it, what movie it is, how to do it, how big will it be. It's in the works. Stay tuned for news on that. Right, Alan?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
We're working on it.
We're working on it. Now, I've been watching this other thing on Netflix. Because that's what you do during a pandemic. If you can't tour and you're a comedian, you watch everything that exists on Netflix. And you got Netflix?
I do.
You probably don't watch a lot of TV, do
I haven't
you?
watched TV since we opened back up.
Wow, man, you've been slammed.
I seriously haven't. I haven't watched anything on TV.
Wow. Okay. Well,
Unless you recommend it.
no,
or
it's.
retweet the
I do
scroll.
recommend it, and I stumbled across it. And you'll go through just about every emotion there is if you're a human being with a heartbeat.
Oh.
Again, this is country-ish. That's my out. Ish.
Old Yeller Crying. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, it's called Love on the Spectrum. And it is a docu-series about people who live on the spectrum, autism,
Okay.
Asperger's. They're not like 100% out of the way. They're a little bit like Rain Man.
Right.
And they're trying to find, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a husband, a wife. Because they have emotions. They have
Sure.
love in their heart. They just happen to have this disability. And I'm telling you, their families are involved. You get to meet these characters. You fall in love with them. You root for them.
Yeah.
You see them go on dates, and it doesn't go exactly as they thought.
Yeah.
So it's every emotion. Did you like the movie Rain Man?
Yeah, I love it.
Imagine if Rain Man were a real docu-series about his pursuit for finding a girlfriend. Dude, I'm in. I wish I'd make more.
This is a good idea.
Yeah. So I stumbled across that on Netflix. So if you're at home and you've already watched everything, if you've already watched every episode of Country-ish, right?
Yeah.
And
your
you've already
Amazon-
watched me
on Amazon Prime
on Amazon Prime, Ginger Beard Man.
for third time straight.
Amazon
For
Prime. What's it called?
Ginger
Beard
Beard
Man.
Man.
Oh yeah, get on him. Look at
Ginger Beard Man
On Amazon.
not Bread Man. Don't get confused.
No.
I typed that in one time and got some.
happens all the time. Yeah, Ginger Beard Man. Anyway, all right. Well, should we take a break or do we want to go straight to another segment there, Alan?
So you've got a meme me you could do.
Yep.
If you want to do that.
All right.
You want to cover that?
Yeah, let's do. Here's a segment for the people who are just tuning into the podcast for the first time. This is more of a YouTube thing because you're going to want to see this one. If you go to youtube.com/Jon Reap, that's where I put these out every Friday, full versions. This is a segment. I post a picture. I tell you to make a caption or a meme out of it. Best one wins. What's it called again, Alan? What's the... Ooh, memer. Me, won't you make a meme out of me? Or caption this. That's right. Caption this. And that's what most people did on this one. Not a lot of memes. And what I'm trying to do, Sebastian, is reward people for listening to the podcast, number one. And also, I'm so upset with all the social media that I have to do in order to get the word out of this podcast. So Facebook has basically forced us to create a fan page. So I put this picture of me that's going to be a part of this game on the Country-ish podcast fan page.
Gotcha.
You know, I've already got the Jon Reap fan page. I've already got the Jon Reap personal page. Now they're making me do a Country-ish podcast fan page. Anyway, if you are following that or like that, then you were a part of this contest because you would have gotten the picture. If not, you missed out this time. No worries. We're going to do it again. And I put a picture up and the caption. Okay, let's just, I'll do the rules first.
Okay.
So I put a picture up and I said, here are the rules. Leave a comment, then go like another person's comment, at least one person's comment. That way you have to like someone else other than you. And the person with the most likes wins a Country-ish koozie.
Nice.
That's it. Rules are simple.
Simple.
So let's see the picture and we'll talk about it.
Okay.
Bam!
Wow.
What do you think of that, buddy?
Wow.
Can you describe for our listeners what we're looking at?
We
Sean?
were looking at
Sebastian?
the same couch that was in every living room.
Yeah.
In front of that couch is a Jon Reap, signature Jon Reap. Look at him there. Is he painting you're painting your nails? Anyway, you'll have to look at that. You got Jason over here. He missing a couple teeth.
Yeah.
And he has hair. People who know Jason now need to check that out. And over here on the left, or my right, we have a girl.
Yes. My cousin Holly.
Okay.
So I'll describe. Yeah, you're right about the couch. I mean, the couch looks like something straight off Starsky and Hutch would have
Yes.
wore. It's got that weird old school plaid, the kind of couch when you sit on it, you get carpet burn.
Yep.
I mean, the texture of the couch alone. I don't know what's sitting on a piece of paper. I'm sitting Indian style in front of, cross-legged. I got to be careful these days. In front of, and that was an accident, by the way, in front of the couch. And I've got, all of us have these weird PJs on, which, by the way, I love these PJs.
Yeah, is that baseball players?
I don't
or
know.
Is that like superheroes?
I think
it's baseball.
Jason, it looks like baseball players, right?
Yeah.
Can you see that?
I think it is.
Me? I don't know. I can't tell
kinda
what
looks like
it is.
pieces of pizza or something. I don't know what
It's
it is.
probably food. And then my cousin Holly is sitting here, and she's got the one-piece thing with the footies on it.
Oh, yeah.
Which I was so jealous that the girls' pajamas had the footies built in.
Maybe I think about doing a country-ish onesie merch.
Oh, yeah. Well, it'd have that poop chute in the back, that little flap. It looked like the old school long johns.
Yep.
Yeah. Ooh, what if we made something like that, but more easy to get in and out of? So it looks like a one piece, but really it's
two pieces.
Possibly a two-piece. Velcro?
Yeah.
Oh, let's work on that. All right. So you can see the old school Simon Says right in front of there.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
See that?
I thought that was some kind of like food dispensary or
right, or like a Hungry
look at it.
Hippos looking
Oh,
thing.
Yeah.
No, it's old. I think it's one of the first Simon Says games.
Okay.
And Holly's sitting on the coffee table. Jason's sitting next to me. He's smiling. He's missing teeth. I think, because I've been thinking about this, what am I eating? Like, I've got something in my both hands. I'm holding a container in one, and I've got food in the other. I think it's French fries from McDonald's. I think I'm holding the carton of French fries, and I've got one
really?
little fry in my hand,
Your parents took
or
you to
possibly an apple pie. But I think it's
It
French
could be an
fries.
apple pie, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm
I'm going to go with apple pie
That
because
does look like an apple pie.
McDonald's would either be a red or white
Yeah.
fry container, but
Yeah.
that's
If you were getting fast food, you were rich. We didn't
Right.
get fast food.
Remember when McDonald's first came out and it was almost a luxury to go there?
Yeah.
Like your parents would make, we got food at home.
Yeah.
Like, but I want McDonald's. Why were they fighting us on it? It was 2 cents.
Yeah.
Why? Why did our parents fight? Because it was bad for you, probably.
No, I just think they didn't want to spend money.
Right, because they'd already paid for the food at home.
We go out every Saturday night, not another day of the week.
Right.
That's
right,
it.
Right. So I put up this picture and I said, caption this or meme it. And no one made a meme. And I'm thinking it's because the Country-ish Facebook page is new.
Yeah.
So not a whole lot of people saw it. But I'm here to reward those who have liked this page and followed it. So those are the only ones that have played along. And we do have a winner of likes.
Okay.
Right? So let's scroll through here. We've got 2, 3, 1. So the highest number of likes is 7.
Okay.
And it's by a guy named Chris Dunn. And he says, I'm Willie. This is my brother Daryl and my other brother Daryl. That is such an old school reference. That is from
Bob Newhart Show.
well, just Newhart.
Oh,
just
yeah.
Newhart.
We're
Right.
going to get a little particular with you, Sean. But
I'm sorry, you're out, filmmaker.
Well, I
Alan.
mean, Bob/Newhart/Bob Newhart had how many shows?
well, he had like 4 shows.
Right.
But yeah, this was the one, the popular one, Newhart in the 80s and
This is where he lived.
late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
lived up north somewhere.
What was
Yeah,
the, what
he had
was
like
the-
a bed and breakfast up in
That's right.
up north.
I hated
And
that
Larry, Daryl, and Daryl were like the groundskeepers or
Right.
worked on this stuff.
So Chris Dunn, and I'm not here to knock Chris Dunn. He won.
Yeah.
Well, he's tied for first. But we'll go on with that in a minute. But so he got that wrong. It's not even Willie, it's Larry.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Larry. This is my brother Daryl and my other. Why did he say
The
Willie?
Mandela effect, because when we remember it as Larry, but I'm pretty
Wait.
sure it's changed as Willie.
Right. It could be. Get conspiracy on the horn.
Yeah.
Is he saying Willie because do one of us look like a Willie? Or what do you think the theory behind this is? The Alan Jackson? Or
I'm
Sebastian?
guessing it's just maybe misremembering.
Right. I think
Yeah.
so too.
Which is fine. Willie's still kind of a funny name.
It's a funny
for
name,
it, yeah.
but it is inaccurate.
Yeah.
These things bother me. These tiny little things. And he got the most likes.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm wondering, do I look like a young Willie Nelson? Is there some Willie reference I'm not getting? I wanted to, maybe I'm not getting something.
Maybe.
But we all agree that maybe he just had a Mandela memory and
Yeah.
it's actually, he just thought Willie.
Maybe if Chris wants to clarify, he can do so online, like in the coming days. Yeah.
Well, hopefully. See, here's another thing I'm doing. I'm not announcing the winners of this contest on Facebook.
Right.
I'm announcing them right here, right now.
So if you don't listen, you don't know if you won or not.
That's correct. But I will remind them that the winner has been announced. Here's a link.
Yep.
All right. So that one got 7 likes. I think there's one more, Alan, that got 7 likes, right?
Yeah, hold on.
Are we stuck? Let's see here.
Yep, there we go.
Oh, here it is. Jason Reap,
The Jason.
my own brother,
Uh-huh.
left a comment that got 7 likes as well.
Shirley Temple. That's good. That's
Right.
what I was trying to think
His
of.
says Shirley Temple and the 2 idiots.
Yep.
Now this one I like because I've said idiot in my act many
Mm-hmm.
times. My cousin Holly looks like a young Shirley Temple there. In fact, she got called that when she was a kid. And he got 7 likes. It makes sense to me, but Jason is disqualified.
Because he is a family member,
Right.
a friend of a family member,
That's true.
or works on the show.
Yeah. And he probably don't even listen.
He don't. He'll never even know he won.
He'll even know. So, Chris Dunn, you are the proud new owner, if you're aware of it, of a country-ish cruisy. Cruisy?
You should call it cruisy.
A cruisy.
For the cruise.
Oh,
marketing.
Man. Think of that for the cruise.
It's going to be a
we'll
special
make our
cruisies.
own koozies for the cruise. Call them cruisies for the Reaps Peeps Comedy Cruise coming up in 2021, November 6th through 11. Go to johnreap.com, click on cruise. All right. Alan, I say we take a quick break and come back with a Popsicle update and a Kyle Davis thing, and maybe we'll play a game. What do you think?
That sounds like a plan.
All right, folks. We'll be back with more country-ish after this. Hey, everybody. John Reap here. Just want to say thank you for listening or watching this podcast. We love it when you do that. Also, I want you to go cruising with me. That's right. Not in a car, in a ship. That's right. It's the Reaps Peeps Comedy Cruise. Check it out. If you go to johnreap.com, click on the Reaps Peeps Cruise. All the information you need is right there. It's in 2021. You got plenty of time. November the 6th through the 11th. We're going to a private beach in Haiti. We're going to Nassau. I'm doing stand-up. We're doing a podcast, and we're doing karaoke. 5 nights. It's going to be a blast. Get on the boat with me, John Reap, and the Reaps Peeps Cruise. If you love this podcast and you love wearing shirts, well, we got something for you. If you go to countryishpodcast.com, click on merchandise, it'll take you to my store, and we have an awesome t-shirt for you. It's a Country-ish podcast t-shirt. Look at it. Isn't it beautiful? Also, it's got the website on there. It's a soft tee, very soft, feels good on your skin, and it helps us keep the lights on here at the studio. So check out countryishpodcast.com, click on merchandise, get yourself a t-shirt, and know that I love you. All right, we're back. From time to time, I like to give you guys a Popsicle update. I like to call my dad Popsicle. And that's one of the biggest questions I get on Facebook and all that stuff is, how's your dad? How's your dad? How's your dad? Well, I've got some great news. Now, as some of you may or may not know, everyone in my family got the COVID. But we are #Ovid the COVID. We feel great. Even my dad got it. But we were worried about that. And for a long time, he was at a skilled nursing facility in Burke County, which is like 20 minutes from our house. So every time we had to go visit my dad, it was a road trip, and it was kind of a pain in the butt. And we've been trying for a long time to get him back at a facility, which is in our backyard. It is, probably 3 football fields from my house. And you cut through some yards. Mm-hmm. So now I'm very happy to report that old Popsicle is back at Trinity Ridge Skilled Nursing Facility. And now me and Mom will do a walkie-talkie, and we can walk up there. We know people who work there. We walk right up to the window, which is on the first floor, so we can see him. And they'll turn the bed so we can talk to him. They'll pick up his phone, and we'll call it, and he can talk to us. The first day he got there, we walked up there, and he didn't look great. He was drugged up, I believe, because when they had to move him from the hospital, by the way, because he went from the skilled nursing facility to a hospital where he were dealing with the COVID. And then when they released him, he went back to Burke County, and then somehow we got him over at Trinity Ridge. So whoever helped make that happen, thank you. I'm not even sure who that was, but I appreciate it. So the good news is he's back there. The weird news is when we first saw him, he was laying in bed. We looked at a window. He had that oxygen tube right there in the nose, and he was looking. I swear to God, I'm not trying to be funny, but this is kind of funny. This is what he looked like. Looking up at the ceiling, he was like this. Just doing that. Yeah. And we're like banging on the window like, hey, Dad. And we're thinking, oh, man, they got him on some drugs. Because when you have to move him, it hurts. Yeah. It's painful. Like everything in his muscles hurt. And the COVID, it kills your muscles. It hurts. So I'm sure they had him on, medication. So we were like trying to wave to him. And I didn't even think he saw us. And he just kind of did like that. So he was aware of us, and that was good. And that was the first day. Then the next day we walked up there, he looked great. I guess the drugs have worn off. He's slowly getting better. I didn't see the tube anymore. He was eating breakfast. He waved to us, and they turned the bed right to us, and it was great. So yeah, he's doing good. Thank you for the questions and the comments and the prayers and all that stuff. It's not over for him. I think he's still dealing with it, but it's getting better, I do believe. Side note, when I walked up there, there were other people at a window next to him visiting someone. And when we walked up, they all had masks on. I was like, Mom, let's put a mask on. Let's be respectful. I put this mask on, okay? And I walked up to the window, and I forget sometimes what I'm wearing on my face. And it's a somber time because the people next to us, there's a dang priest. And he's reading something from a Bible. It may have been someone's last little thing, right? But I'm in a great mood because now my dad is at this place. So this is a happy moment for us. I think it's maybe a sad moment. Anyway, I walk up, I've got the mask on, and this lady, I just did, how you doing? How you doing? Forget what I got on. This lady's like this. She goes, she makes that move. And I'm like, hello. And she just keeps staring at me. Everyone else kind of looks away. I go, oh, yeah. I go, yeah, it's my face. It's my face. And she goes, that's horrible. And I'm like, I'm sorry. It's my face. Are you saying that my face is horrible? And then she just kind of looked away. So I almost got in a fight with the lady who insulted my face at a skilled nursing facility when I was trying to see my popsicle. But anyway, I forgive you. It's a weird time. I get it. And it's a weird looking face. And it takes people a minute to figure out what it is. Right? But you think it's horrible? I'm stuck with it, lady. I can't take it off. I can only put it back on. I can cover it up with my own face. Anyway, so thank you. All right, so let's continue. We got a very special guest that's zooming in. I know you know this guy. He was my best friend living in Los Angeles. We were in the movie Into the Storm together. He was, I think he's done a lot of film, a lot of TV shows, a lot of commercials. You'll know his face. I think his biggest character probably, and he'll agree to this, was on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. He played a character called Lil Kev. And Lil Kev was a white rapper that was little special needs when he was not rapping, but when he was rapping, he was hardcore. And he dated D. Anyway, one of my best friends. Let's check out this interview with Kyle Davis. Take another look and tell me that. What have you been doing since this whole quarantine, dude?
Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Staying home.
Yeah.
Although, because I have horrible insomnia, so the past 3 or 4 days. Sorry, the dump truck out there. You can hear that. The past 3 or 4 days, I get these awful cycles where I literally maybe sleep 30, 40 minutes, and that's it. I just toss and turn all night. So then I start thinking I have COVID-19 because my chest starts hurting. When you don't sleep, everything gets very tight.
Yeah.
I already have asthma. So then all last night I'm laying there going, I'm like, oh, I probably have it.
You know what?
I probably don't.
I know you're right. I didn't even think of that because I don't think of you as an unhealthy person, but yeah, you've got a lot going on. That I forgot about. So yeah, it could really mess you up if you get it. So I'm hoping.
Yeah, that's why I'm scared. When I've been doing these live feeds for the Lil Kev thing, there's a couple of fans on there. There's one fan. He's a respiratory therapist, and he was like, "Man, seriously, don't mess around with this stuff." He's like, "I see it every single day. These people come in who have asthma, and then that's it. They get it and they end up dying."
Yeah.
And I'm like, don't tell me that. I get scared because LA has a lot of high cases of it too. But I don't go out or do anything. So I don't know. I just kind of stay in and.
So when I was living there, you and I would go to restaurants all the time, go to sushi places all the time. We'd go to pizza joints and have happy hours. Is any of that open at all?
No, it's all open for takeout.
Takeout.
But that's because just like last week, they closed they started opening up some in dining stuff again with
Mm-hmm.
capacity, but they closed all that down now. You can eat outside on patios with a 6 feet distance, but
Mm-hmm.
they're thinking about shutting down LA all over again because it's people aren't practicing what they're trying to get done.
I know the numbers are going up everywhere too. So, what about Jinkies? They got that outdoor seating. Is that?
I haven't been to Jinkies. I've driven by there, but I don't. They might be open. Honestly,
Yeah,
I have no idea.
I'm curious.
A lot of these. Well, it's funny actually. Today, Murphy's place, the one up.
Oh,
the
yeah.
bar. So he was supposed to open up several times, but it's hard for them because they're an indoor place because they got arcades and shit.
Yeah.
So, like 3 different times on their Instagram page, they're like, "Today we're opening," and then the LA was like, "We're doing another shutdown today." And it was like, "God,
man."
And then they're like, like a month later, like, "We are finally opening," and then that day, LA did shutdown of all restaurants and bars, so he had to close down. So today they're doing an opening, finally. And they're doing outdoor seating because right next to them is this Vespa place, but they're not really open. So they're taking up the whole sidewalk. They're going to bring out some arcades. I don't know how that's really going to be social distancing, but we'll see.
Wow, I didn't even think. I forgot all about Murphy. We have a friend, Murphy, mutual friend, who has his own restaurant bar. It's called the One Up. It's an arcade, 80s arcade. Like you can go there and drink and eat, and the video games are free. But that's on the arcade. Like you walk up and there's got like 30 games in the same console. Yeah. It's fun, but I haven't been there forever either. But
I just don't know how they're going to be able to control that aspect though, because so many people touching joysticks. You got to keep constantly wiping
I mean,
down.
that's virtually impossible. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know how that's going to happen, but it sucks, man, because this happened all around the U.S. obviously, and it's hard for anybody to maintain or keep afloat. So is there any restrictions in North Carolina right now with like restaurants and bars or no?
Well, I think, I don't know, we at phase 2 again?
We're still at phase 2.
We're still in phase 2. Mm-hmm. So phase 2 is no bars are open, but if they are open, it's like half capacity or it's outdoor seating. Yeah. If you're just a bar, it doesn't serve food, you can't be open. So no strictly bars.
No gyms or movie theaters.
No gyms, no movie theaters. People are wearing masks now. I mean, you see people who don't want to wear them.
Honestly, because I go and walk my dog at nighttime. And, I mean, really, unless you're going to be close by somebody, you don't need to wear it. But I still do because you walk by people. But I wear glasses, so my glasses get fogged up all the time. So I kind of put it down around my nose, and then when I see somebody, I'll throw it up really quick. But
yeah,
it's
a pain, dude. Are you able to? I got 2 questions for you.
Yeah.
Have you been by my old place, and have you tried the code to get in the garage door?
God, no, I wanted to. Maybe I should have done that for 4th of July. But there was no fireworks, so it didn't matter anyway.
Yeah. Okay. And
I could have surprised him though and launched some fireworks off in his apartment.
You're right. I'll bet you that guy's never changed the. Well, he's probably changed the code by. No, I gave him the code. So, Alan, when I sold my place, I gave Kyle the access code to my garage door.
Yeah.
So he could just come in the house whenever I'd tell him to come over. Mm-hmm. And when I sold my house, I gave the guy who bought it the same code, and I bet you he didn't change it.
Probably not.
I don't even know how to change the code. He probably doesn't know how to.
You'd have to go look it up online and figure out how to do it. I didn't give him I didn't keep the manual, so I don't know either.
Right. And you haven't spoken to him since, right?
No, I was in the very beginning. I was keeping in touch with him so he could, if he had questions, but then I just stopped doing that.
Dude, that would actually be a really fun Zoom podcast to do. That would be really funny, actually.
That's a great idea.
You should reach out to him and be like, "Hey, buddy, let's go do a tour of how your house was," and you can throw pictures of how your house used to be and how it's changed. And
Kyle, that's a genius idea. And maybe even if I come back, I'll be like, "Hey, dude, can you rent me a room?"
You have to wait until the coronavirus.
Yeah, I mean, when it's all said and done, yeah. But it would be weird for me to pay to be in my old condo again.
Yeah. But he might be down to do a Zoom thing just to see what's going
Yeah,
on.
no, that would be a good idea. Have him walk around the house and see what's changed. Yeah.
It could be like MTV Cribs, except it's John's old cribs
Right.
busted up.
My other question for you was, what's the industry like right now for actors? I know there's probably can't be as many auditions, but are they doing more stuff for you to tape stuff and send it in?
Dude, there's nothing.
Yeah.
You know, I just recently, in the past like 2 weeks or so, maybe 3 weeks, started getting a couple of commercial auditions.
Yeah.
Just to I actually, it's easy because I have, besides this stupid backdrop, when I set it all up nice, I have like a nice blue backdrop, so it looks professional like you do, and I have the ring lighting and all that stuff. So I've done a couple of those, and the very first one I did, I got put on a veil for, and I thought I was going to book it, and then they booked the other person. And that one was just they were just going to use my footage from the audition and just put it on something. Now they're doing things where they're like, hey, if you book this, we're going to shoot it at this location, and there'll only be like 4 crew members, and that's it. Are you willing to do that? And I was like, yeah. So as long as it's like that. But other than that, theatrical stuff, zero. There's been nothing.
Okay. Wow.
Everything is, all the studios are closed down because, you know, they have to find a safe way to keep everybody social distance, and it's almost impossible.
Right. Yeah, I've been curious because I've got a couple of random ones that get sent to me, like voiceover mostly.
Right.
There was one for True TV that I auditioned for, but it would be like, you know, it was called the interns of the NSA. But that I didn't do well. Dude, you'll be excited to hear this one because this happened first time ever. First time ever, I got hired for a gig. It was TBS. It was for a voiceover gig. I was going to be the announcer of a show called, oh gosh, what do you remember what it was called, Alan? Talent something.
Is it Celebrity
Show Off.
Show Off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a TBS show. It was going to be great. So for the first time I got hired, I booked the gig, and then I got fired.
Why?
I got hired and fired. I've never been fired before. I've many times I've not gotten the gig. That's most of the time.
Right. Yeah.
But I've never gotten the gig and then going like, no.
That sucks. So what was the reasoning?
Well, you know, they never really tell you. They just said they went another direction. I think they just didn't understand what they wanted. And the lady, you know, because everyone's trying to figure out how to work in this environment now. So we were doing the voiceover here. There was a young producer, a girl who was probably 25, who was trying to direct me of how to read the lines, and it was going too fast. You know, it was like going too good. She's like, okay, good, moving on. Okay, good, moving on. I'm like, no, this can't be right. And then I get, you know, a couple of days go by, and I'm like, they should have been calling me for another episode because I was going to do 10 episodes. It was going to be a week by week thing. And then I get the phone call from my manager. Yeah, so that gig went away. They're not going to do it.
Oh, God.
I just don't think they knew what they did. It turns out a head of the network. It got all the way up to the network, and somebody in the network just wanted to go another direction. And I don't even know why I got the job to begin with. I don't think I'm perfect for this job, but I was like, whatever, you want to do it, we'll do it. But
did they at least pay you for that one episode?
Yeah, I haven't been paid yet, but there's so much paperwork. Like for that one episode, like it's, I've never filled out so much paperwork for so small of a paycheck in my life.
Why was there so much stuff?
I have no
Just like
idea.
Confidentiality stuff.
Well, some of that, but I really don't know. It was just a lot of paperwork. But we play a game on this podcast called "How Much Is That Screen Actors Guild Residual Check?"
I know. Why I was doing that a while back, but I was just saying, hey, how much did I get? But then the other night I was doing it, and I was like, hey, I'm going to steal John's thing. So somebody guess these things, these checkies here.
Do you have one right now?
Yeah, I do.
Do you have an unopened one?
Yeah. You want to do one?
Let's play one, Alan.
Sure.
Listen, me and Alan will play. Here's how we do it on my show. And this
Let me
is
block the old address. Yeah.
so there we go. We have a Screen Actors Guild residual check. Kyle Davis is holding it. We don't know what it's from. He hasn't opened it. Kyle, I want you to open it. I want you to read me the production, what it's from, but don't give me the price. Alan and I will make a guess. The closest one wins the game. If we get it exactly right, we get the check.
That's right.
That sounds good. And also, whoever gets it the closest, this is how I was playing with my fans. Whoever gets closest, because it's pretty much impossible to nail it right on.
Exactly.
Then I would send them a free signed Little Kev postcard.
All right, cool. Well, either me or Alan's going home with a signed postcard.
There you go.
Hey,
or
listen,
a check.
Kyle, my wife is a fan was a fan of your character on Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh,
so
perfect.
I definitely I'm going to try to win that postcard for her. So
John, you better lose on purpose.
All right.
It's all right. Okay, here we go.
Here's the check. Kyle is opening the check. It looks to be maybe one. I can't tell. It doesn't look too thick.
Yes, it's one page here. Okay, so it is. It's from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but the second episode I did called D Gives Birth.
Yes, familiar.
Okay, where they invite all of her crazy old boyfriends or people that she bangs back. And then what else? What else do you want me to read?
So it's one episode?
Yeah, this is just one episode, one airing.
Is it free TV, cable, internet?
It is basic cable.
And that's it?
That's it. Just
basic cable,
one thing.
one episode. Wow. Okay, Alan, do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
And are you guys guessing on total gross or net?
We're guessing the amount of the check that you're
The
going to
actual check
cash.
amount,
So that would be net, right?
Yeah.
The net. Okay.
Yeah.
John, why don't you go first?
Hey,
All
let me. Let me give you a hint. And this
Okay.
is never like this. It's a completely even number.
Ooh.
There's so normally there's like 59 cents or something like that. It's completely just
So
dollars.
it's just a dollar amount with no change. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like this.
All right, John.
I know that never happens.
That never
Let you go
happens.
first, man.
All right, I'm going to make a guess. Basic cable, one episode.
And this was in 2009 or 10.
2009.
This was 11 years ago.
Okay, I'm just going to say $100.
Ooh, really? All right.
Yeah, what are you going to say?
I'm going a whole lot lower than that. Go $18.
Yeah, I should have went way lower now that I said that.
$18.
All right, so I say 100. Alan said 18.
Well, I know John did that on purpose so you could win, Alan. So that's all
That was really
good.
nice, John. I appreciate that.
Well, and hey, Alan was closest. It's $37.
Oh, wow. $37.
37 smackaroos.
Look at that.
Let's see how much taxes they took out, though. The gross was $58.97, so they took out
Almost
they took out $20-something in taxes.
Wow, Alan, congratulations, buddy.
Congratulations, buddy. You win a free signed Little Kev postcard to your wife. So
yeah, make it
so
up
at
to
the
my
end
wife.
at the end of the show, you tell me what you want me to write on it, and I will get that out to you ASAP, buddy.
Perfect.
That is great.
And John, I know I just opened up this check yesterday. It's from Into the Storm, so I'm sure you're getting it soon.
Oh,
but
good.
it's a decent one. It's
Ooh. Well, don't tell me
it's-
because maybe we'll play it when I get the check. We'll play it on this game. You think we get the exact same amount? We have to, right?
Well, sometimes we don't, only because they throw in different shows with it.
Oh,
Sometimes from Warner Brothers, but this one is all from Into the Storm, so it might be the same. It should be the same.
Okay. All right.
And although for you though, because you don't get any taxes taken out because you get you do it at the end of the year.
I got to do a corporation thing, so I haven't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So for me, I get the taxes taken out straight away. So what I can do is tell you how much I got net amount, and then that won't screw you up because they'll be guessing the same.
Alan,
you know,
you might have to disqualify yourself if I get this check. Or no, you know what? Maybe we could rig it so you get it on the.
Actually, that would be ideal.
That would be very impressive.
I'd really like to
John,
find
you wouldn't
out.
want to give away this check. It's pretty good.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let me make a guess then.
Okay, and then you'll make a guess, but I'm only going to tell you the net amount, so it won't screw up your thing.
Okay, so I'm going to guess the net amount, and you're saying it's pretty good. So that means it's going to.
So
be...
you got to remember, there'd probably be quite a bit of taxes taken out if you're guessing.
Now,
the
is
net
this
amount.
cable TV, pay TV?
It's for it's pay TV, free TV, electronic sell-through, video, DVD. Let me tell you the amount for video DVD: $3.92.
All right.
But the rest of them are a lot higher than that.
Basic free TV is usually pretty good.
Pay
TV
is the highest. Usually.
Pay TV is the highest. Okay. Oh well, I'm just gonna go $753.
Alan?
So is this Price is Right rules where I just don't want to go over?
No, I think it's like golf.
It's
closest to the
yeah.
hole.
Closest.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good analogy.
I'm going to go. You said 700.
I said 753.
753. I'm going to go 457.
457.
Yep.
Oh man, we're talking 1,325.
Oh.
So that means I got a lot of taxes taken out. I can't tell you the exact amount because it would give your thing away.
Wow.
But there was a lot of taxes taken out.
When did you get this check?
Yeah.
Just yesterday.
Okay. Yeah, it takes a little longer to get to North Carolina.
Maybe 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Time
Right. So
melts together.
that was Kyle's net. So I need to memorize that and do some tax calculations.
Yeah.
So I can get the gross amount right for your.
Right. And whoever's in here.
Let's see what I claimed on here for taxes. I claimed 2.
Okay. All
two
right.
depend-
I'll do some number crunching at home.
Oh, there you
and
go.
I'm gonna rig this
because this was before I had a kid. So.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. Wow. What a fun game.
So I know, dude. Well, and I think I have like 10 more residual checks coming in the mail, like as we speak. But they're all luckily because you can tell on SAG-AFTRA thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm ruining it for all my fans who watch because I tell them I don't know what it is, even though I really do. But yeah, so I got a bunch of those coming in. So I'm going to do that. Game is pretty fun though because it takes up a good chunk of time, and you can kind of just sit there and drink and don't have to talk. And
Well,
act
Kyle, Kyle gets a lot more residual checks than I do. He's got quite the resume, and he also has been killing it on Cameo. So if there's anyone watching this podcast, listening to this podcast that is a fan of Kyle from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia or anything.
Yeah, I've out of all the hundreds I've done, I've only done Little Kev because that's what I do on there, the Little Kev character. You can book a Kyle cameo, but nobody really wants to see just me. I just do the character.
Yeah.
One time I did a Friday the 13th character, the guy who's all weird, and they wanted me to reenact the mannequin thing where I'm like, hey, Gina, haven't seen you in a long time, baby girl. Remember when you took my virginity? Things like that.
That was great because I was just recently, I text you, I was watching that movie with my girlfriend and her daughter, and we were all watching it together. That's like, yeah, I'll know that
was
guy.
Probably not a good scene. It was very creepy.
It was funny. She's in her teens, but it's all good.
That's one of the good things. I wish, man, I was only there for like a week shooting it, but that was one of the movies I wish I could have been like how we were on Into the Storm.
Mm-hmm.
How we all, because like if you're on there for like over a month, it's just automatic how much residuals you get.
Right.
But Friday the 13th, you got to think there's at least 2 to 3 Friday the 13th every single year.
Right.
So they air that movie all the time. And I only did a small part in there and I still get decent residual checks. So you got to think, the people who are like the main characters, they make bank off that.
That's such a genius thing to do is go ahead and make a movie about an event
holiday.
That's going to happen all the time every year for the rest of eternity.
That's why the Friday the 13th franchise is so big and then Halloween time.
Mm-hmm.
There's all kinds of stuff. So that's a good one.
I got a lot of funny stories about my dad.
Yeah.
And every time I get a comedian or a funny person or an actor, Max Deacon was on the show as well. He told me that he was going to reach out to you. Has he tried that at all?
No, Max.
God, Max. He lied to me right
I
to
love
my
Max,
face.
so Maximilian.
Yeah.
Love me.
We had a good time on that shooting the Into the Storm together. Okay, it just came to me. One more question, then we'll get to the dad stuff.
Okay. Fire
You
away.
told me a crazy story once of something that happened to you when you were shooting a commercial in Mexico.
Mexico City.
Mexico City, which is also in Mexico. Right.
Well, but you got to specifically say Mexico City because that's where a lot of the bad shit goes
Right.
down. Actually.
Can you give us a little synopsis of what went down and what the commercial was and all that stuff?
Yeah, I'll give you a very short, brief rundown of it because I don't want to take a long time. So this was, I actually know the date because I just happened to be looking at a picture from that thing. So it was 2004. This is right when that movie with Denzel Washington came out called Man on Fire.
Okay.
So this was a very big, probably one of the biggest Heineken commercials they ever shot. The budget on the thing was like between $5 and $10 million, some like outrageous number. The DP on it was like the DP of Gladiator. Like it was just a huge thing. And it was so crazy. I ended up getting it and I'm the main person in the whole thing. It was like a 1 and 30-second long spot, worldwide spot.
Oh man.
So, came in, did the thing, and literally the next day, because I guess they'd been cast, they'd seen like thousands of people. Did the audition, they called me the next day, like, hey, can you come to Mexico City? You don't have the job yet, but we want you to come. I was like, what? I was like, I'm not doing that. That's bullshit. I was like, I hate flying, so unless you guys are paying me a lot of money, I'm not doing it. So they're like, okay, we'll give you an extra $2,500 just to fly out here. And I was like, okay, that's good. So I fly out there, go and meet with all the producers and stuff again. And then they, like an hour later, like, okay, you got the job. I was like, okay, sweet. So then we're staying in this like 5-star hotel, fantastic. But they even told us when we got there, like, you're not allowed to leave the hotel because, a lot of kidnappings happen. And we were like, what? I want to go see the pyramids and do all this shit. There's so much cool stuff there. So me and this guy, the dancer who I get my head digitally altered onto, his name is David St. Elsewhere. Look him up. He's he's one of those tectonic dancers where he looks like a robot, flash dance.
Okay.
So anyway, me and him go out, and even though we're not supposed to, and we're just checking around, and there's like armed guards with AR-15s at all the shops there, which is crazy. And we're like the only white people there. People are looking at us, and we're like, we should probably go back because we don't want to get screwed around. So a day later, we're going out and we're at the location where we're going to film. And this spot has tons of celebrities from all around the world, like people that are famous in all their little countries or little cities. I have no idea who they are, but they're super famous.
Mm-hmm.
So we're all sitting around talking, and we're, no joke, we're literally talking about kidnapping in the movie Man on Fire, and we're joking around about it. No less than 10 minutes later, a PA runs in to the room that we're all sitting around in. She was like, everybody get your shit. Go right now. Go right now. And we're like, what are you talking about? They're like, they're kidnapping people. Everybody. And we're like, shut up. We thought a prank was being played on us.
Right.
Like, everybody get in the fucking van right now. They're taking people. And then we were like, oh my God, they're dead serious. They start rushing us all to the van, like one of those white long vans that they carry around all the talent in. Our driver has his 9mm out. And we're they're rushing us into the van, pushing us all into the thing. And we're like looking out, and there's all these like black, like Lincoln Town cars with these dudes in like black, like looking tuxedos with fucking AR-15s, and they're kidnapping people, throwing them in their car. And our driver just takes off, hauls ass to our hotel because that's like a safe spot. We get there, everybody's freaked out. We're all frantic. I'm like, I want to fucking go home. Like, I don't fucking die. Like, for a commercial, this is crazy. And so everybody's panicking. And this is like a humongous spot. And they knew that. So the government, which is all corrupt, the mob people, they knew this was like a multi-million-dollar spot. So they're like, oh, we're going to go ahead and get some money. So everybody they kidnapped was basically like some of the Mexican locals. And then they kidnapped like one American lighting person, I think. And they were demanding ransoms. They would never tell us how much. I'm just trying to wrap the story up. So they ended up paying a ransom. They wouldn't tell us how much, but we had to end up shoot the whole commercial in the hotel itself. And the only reason we went to Mexico City is to shoot at all the cool locations there.
Right.
So we shot the whole fucking thing in a hotel that we could have shot in Los Angeles, and didn't even have to do this process. But it was crazy. I remember I called up my agent right away and I was like, I want to go home. I'm done. And they're like, and if they lose me, the whole spot's done.
Yeah.
So they're like, Kyle, listen, we want you to stay. We know that you're scared. You can have whatever you want. Because originally we were only getting like a little bit of per diem and you had to pay for your like whatever food you got. And they're like, you can have whatever you want, charge whatever you want to your room. And I was like, okay, I'm in. So that night, because everybody's freaked out, we partied. And I'm not joking. I bought so many bottles of Dom Perignon, all the most expensive stuff. At the end of the time, when my bill check out, it was something like $18,000. So I got whatever I wanted to do, but it was all on them. But so I didn't get kidnapped, but it was close and it was very scary. And I never want to visit Mexico City again because of those circumstances.
That is nuts, the odds of that. And thank God you made it out okay. We're going to save the dad story for the next time I have you on. Okay. Tell everybody where they can get your T-shirts.
Well, I'll tell you, and then I'll send the stuff to Alan because I don't remember the exact link. Go on teespring.com. That's like T-shirt. Teespring.com. And I think the store is called Little Kev's Banana Time Store or something like that.
Okay. We'll look it up and we'll put a link down here at the bottom of the video.
Cool. And then you can also book me on Cameo.
Right.
Go and type in Kyle Davis. And also make sure you go and subscribe to my YouTube channel called Little Kevin Friends. And go on Facebook and do Little Kevin Ramus and check it out. We got some good stuff on there. I love you, buddy. I'm glad you're doing great. And,
thanks, man. I miss you so much. We'll do this again because I could talk to your head off. And it's been too long. So thank you. I'll let you go, and we'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
All right.
Love you.
Love you, buddy. Peace.
Bicycle.
Bicycle.
Take another look and tell me that.
All right. Love me some Kyle Davis. Miss you, Kyle. Hang in there, buddy. All right, so a couple episodes ago, we had Jeff Foxworthy on, and he was talking about a game that he invented that's kind of like Cards Against Humanity, but it's clean, and it's for a family. It's for your relatives, and I got it right here.
Awesome.
Yes, it's called Relative Insanity, and we have it right now. I say we open it up and we play the game. Alan, do you have the rules back there? How do we play this game?
Yeah, so I do have the rules. You guys want me to talk you through how we're going to do this?
Yeah.
Because you guys are going to play against each other, okay?
Okay, all right. So we got all these yellow cards right here on the table.
So listen, I'm here as a judge. My son, Nick, is here also helping us out on the recording. He's going to also help judge the winner of this game.
Okay, good.
The rounds we play, okay?
So you and Nick are judges against
That's right.
me and
We're going to
Sebastian.
collaborate to
We're
decide.
playing against each other.
Okay.
We're going to collaborate to decide who has the best answer on this. So what's going to happen is I'm going to read out a setup from these cards I've got.
Okay.
You guys draw 7 cards, each of you,
7
from that yellow pack right now.
Okay. All right.
These are the punchlines.
You want to shuffle?
And you guys are going to read those punchlines and decide which one you want to play on the setup I'm going to read out.
All right.
And we have to decide who played the better punchline.
So
who's the most creative?
What makes sense or creative or what made them laugh? It's very arbitrary.
It's just got to make us laugh, okay?
Right.
So that's all we're looking
laugh.
for here.
All
What's
right.
going to be the
Doesn't have to
funniest?
make sense. It
Relative
just has to be something that makes us
insanity.
laugh.
These are a lot of cards. I'm just going to.
Okay.
Dude, I gotta put my readers on. Look at this.
Oh, tell me about these readers you got here since you're matching me now.
Yeah, dude. Oh, also, rest in peace, Wilford Brimley. He passed away. I look like him a little bit with these glasses on. But yeah, so I went to the eye doctor. 1, 2, 2. Hang on. 3, 4.
Have a hard time counting and talking at the same time.
Liam. All right. So I went to the eye doctor, and I can't see tiny, like up close, tiny print. So I got these for situations like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you wear yours all the time?
I feel like I've been wearing them a lot lately.
See, this is perfect.
I haven't been to the eye doctor
down here, but up here I would never. That hurts to look. Okay, let's play. Alan, you've got the setup to a joke. We've got 7 punchlines each in our hands.
Is this fair since you're a professional?
Look, I didn't write them.
Should I get like a spotted 2 points?
Yeah, I'll give you 2 points.
I'm just kidding. I'm ready.
It's just
I'll
1
take
point.
it.
I think you got this, dude.
I got it.
Alan, you want to read us the setup, and we will read some punch. Well, you.
Yep.
I'll let you. Should I pick first? Who cares? I'll pick first, and then you pick.
Well,
no, we're going to read them at the
you
same
guys
time.
pick it, and I'll have you guys read out your answers one at a time.
I'm picking my
Yeah,
one
yeah.
out
You
of
gotta
my
pick
7.
them.
Yeah.
I'm going to read.
Do we have to
the setup.
pick before we hear the punchline?
No.
I mean the setup.
You hear the setup.
We hear the setup.
Pick
Then
it.
we choose a card.
Put that card down on the ground. That's the one you're locked in
Got it.
on, and then I'll have you guys read them.
All right. Okay.
Good.
I'm ready.
All right. So here's the first setup from the Jeff Foxworthy game. When I asked my grandpa for words of wisdom, the first thing he said was.
Okay. All right.
So you guys pick what you want to play as the best punchline to that. When I asked my grandpa for words of wisdom, the first thing he said was.
Okay.
Okay.
You guys good?
I'm locked.
Yeah, I'm locked in. Now, put your other 6 cards right here because.
Yeah, we'll have to get one to replace.
No, what I want to do is. I want to judge you to see if I think you picked the funniest punchline.
Oh,
out of the 6 that you didn't
see.
pick.
Yeah.
And you can do that to me as well.
Oh, okay.
So that's your card you're choosing?
That's my card.
All right.
So
I'll read mine first.
John, read
Or
yours
you
first.
It doesn't matter.
All right, I'll read mine first. Give us the setup one more time, Alan.
Setup was when I asked my grandpa for words of wisdom, the first thing he said was.
How about giving me a sponge bath?
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, that's not bad. All right.
All right. Now remember, I chose that one out of these other ones. I'll let you see.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good.
Sebastian, what about you? What do you got?
And the setup again was what?
When I asked my grandpa for words of wisdom, the first thing he said was.
I quit caring years ago.
I quit
What?
caring years
Caring.
ago.
I quit caring years ago.
John,
Up
yours
to
was
me.
again?
I was thinking about his appearance with this black socks and all that.
And John, yours was again. Could you read yours again one more
my
time?
punchline was, how about giving me a sponge bath?
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to confer with my son here. What do we think? What do we think is the best one? Yeah, I got to agree. I think we're unanimous here.
It's going to be hard to beat this punchline on any
Sponge
setup.
bath got the one, so John's got 1 point there.
I got 1 point.
The only thing is,
Oh,
I
wait.
could have been holding one back.
But if we continue playing, I say we don't pick new cards. We just use the rest.
Yeah, just use the ones you got.
Oh,
Okay, so
I'll
these
give you
are-
another setup.
Yeah. Okay. So these are
Oh.
discards, but I'm going to remember this.
Okay.
Wait, I'll just put mine over here. That's yours. This is mine.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Alan.
All right, here's another setup.
I'm winning 1-0.
1-0. John's on the board. While changing my nephew's diaper, my sister said. While changing
Okay.
my nephew's diaper, my sister said.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Now see, this is crazy because I want to go back when we're done and feel and go like, well, you should have used this one for here, but you don't know what the next setup is going to be, and you may have already used that.
And
funny
you may
one.
hold on one that it's really good, but
Yeah.
it may not have a good setup.
Okay. Dang it. Oh, I went first last time.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to ask Sebastian to go first this time. While changing my nephew's diaper, my sister said.
Well, he's not locked one in now. I know what he's
Oh,
doing.
oh,
He's
no,
locked-
let's-
right,
yeah,
right,
John,
I'm
you
sorry.
got to
I'm
get
sorry.
locked in.
I'm sorry. Okay.
He thinks this.
Oh, this is crazy.
Now you
I'm
get-
choosing it because it's wrong.
Okay, I'm ready.
All
Alan.
right, Sebastian, what's your answer? While changing my nephew's diaper, my sister said.
What's the deal with his stomach?
Ugh. It's actually kind of disturbing, but
Probably
all right.
not. You probably got something.
Hey, while changing my nephew's diaper, my sister said, John.
I'm a very good kisser. That's country-ish. Come on. If you
That's
can't keep
gonna
it
have
zipped,
to be-
keep it in the family. That's why I chose
It's
it.
West
'Cause
Virginia, dude.
This is more like Cards of Humanity when you put that
I
sick
know.
twist on
This
it like
was
that.
supposed to be.
It's supposed to be
All right.
a family game.
Can you guys
It is.
read your answers one more time for us?
I said, I'm a very good kisser. And he
To the
said-
baby.
Right. Well, the sister said it.
The sister said it. to
While the
baby.
baby was getting changed. These aren't my words. This is Jeff Foxworthy wrote
And
this.
I just said, what's the deal with his stomach?
All right. Listen, it's not that it's the funniest, but it's the only one that kind of somehow works. Is I'm going to go with Sebastian's
okay.
stomach. Okay.
All right. That's fine.
Again, I think it's a little creepy, but
That's
you know, I'm
right.
going to take
Now
it.
we'll see later if I should have waited to use that on something else. Okay.
We want to do one more, so
Sure.
best out of 3. See what we got.
There we go. This will be tiebreaker.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you guys are
Tiebreaker.
1-1 right now.
Okay.
Tied up.
All right.
So here we go. Here's the third and final setup.
Damn it. I just thought I should have used it. Okay, go ahead.
You ready? We were shocked when Mother got a tattoo, and more shocked that it said blank. We were shocked when Mother got a tattoo, and even more shocked that it said blank.
Dang it. I guess I go first this time.
Well, once you guys get locked in, tell me when you're both locked in. And
Now, wait, this grandma talking?
we were shocked when Mother got a tattoo,
Mother.
and even more shocked that it said.
All right, I'm locked in.
Locked in.
Yeah.
You guys are both locked in?
I feel like you're going to win.
I don't know.
I should have hung on to one of this. Okay.
All right, John, you go first this time.
It's still funny.
Okay.
All of them are funny.
Yeah.
We
Some
were
are
shocked
funnier
when
than
Mother
others.
got a tattoo, and even more shocked that it said.
My fantasy life is cray cray.
That's actually
That's
pretty
good.
All right, that's
Delivered
good.
it. You got delivered.
You got no. I know you do. You got to wit with it. Okay.
All right, Sebastian, we were shocked when Mother got a tattoo, and more shocked that it said.
In my fantasy, I'm wearing a camouflage thong.
Okay. I don't know if I like the punchline better than the way you delivered it. I don't know what my favorite. Because I'm like, it kept.
Yeah, I had to
My
hesitate
fantasy.
because
I'm wearing a camouflage. A thong.
I thought
That's
it
the
was
way
a
you
long
said it. I
tattoo.
know. It's like,
All right,
there's a lot of periods in
John, could you repeat your answer for us again?
it. Come on, you like that?
yeah,
A lot of periods
a lot
in
of
it.
periods.
What would you say, Al?
Can you repeat your answer one more time for me?
Yeah, yeah. Sorry.
We were shocked when Mother got a tattoo, and more shocked that it said.
My fantasy life is cray cray.
That's good. That would be a tattoo thing. Okay. Sebastian, what about you? We were shocked when Mother got a tattoo, and more shocked that it said.
In my fantasy, I'm wearing a camouflage thong.
Okay, so Nick, we
I'm
got
not trying to sway anybody. I'm just going to look down and let the judges confer.
That's pretty good. So, you know what? But I got to give Sebastian points on delivery. I think, I think that's something to be
You going
said.
to give him points for that? I'm going to take him away.
No, listen.
These are
Okay,
the
John's
judges.
answer I think was the best answer, but Sebastian, you got a point for your delivery too. So I'm calling it a draw. I think it's.
Oh,
I
no!
think you guys. No, yeah, I think you guys are a draw.
The first competition, the first Jeff Foxworthy.
All right, do we want to do one last
Let's
one?
pick
then?
up. Let's get a winner.
We got to get a break.
So it's still
That
still
was great
split
after I
It's
threw
still-
the
it was
a
East in the
split
hole
decision.
out.
It's still tied. See that? You spent too quick. That's what I thought I did. Remember,
Okay.
delivery's part of this.
Here we go. Last one.
Okay.
When Aunt Bertha asked me, "How do I look?" all I could say was,
Oh God.
"When Aunt Bertha asked me, how do I look?" all I
Oh,
could say
God.
was, blank.
Okay. Okay. Now, see, there's different philosophies on how to play this game, right? There's one philosophy that's like, well, I want the punchline to make sense.
Yes.
Then sometimes it's like, well, I want to have a crazy thing.
Yeah.
So it depends on your philosophy.
I
but
think
it really, at the
it's
end of
all
the day,
about
it's
how
what the
you
judges.
elicit the laughter. I think
Right.
for this, yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm stuck between two that I have here. Three.
Too.
I mean,
I'm stuck between two.
I mean, I got all of these will work for this punchline, this setup. I mean,
When Aunt Bertha asked me, "How do I look?" all I could say was,
I'm gonna choose this one. All right. So I went first this third time.
Sebastian. Are you locked? Are you locked in, Sebastian?
If I could do an Elmer Fudd voice, I would kill you on this one, but I'm gonna go a different route.
All right.
Ooh. So that's what you're locked
This
into.
is what I'm locked into. I don't know about this.
All right. So, John, you went first last time. So, Sebastian, you're up. When Aunt Bertha asked me, "How do I look?" all I could say was,
Where's a tornado when you need one?
Where's a tornado when you need
"Where's a tornado when you need one?"
one? Okay.
Okay. All right. John, when
He
Aunt
feels
Bertha,
good now. He feels good.
When Aunt Bertha asked
I
me,
think
"How
all
do I
these are
look?" all I could say was,
I know that you're proud, but really you should be embarrassed.
Oh, that's
all right. I mean, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So, right, Nick. Are we? In
That's the
agreement on
words. It says, "Look, I know." See, it fits for the thing.
Yes, it does.
But here's what also would have worked.
Yep.
I love it when we don't talk. This also would have worked. Let's pretend this never happened. Or he has a big old head and little beady eyes.
That's one better.
All
I
of
like
these-
that one. I like that one better.
All of these would have worked.
I
But
had-
the only reason I didn't use that one because it says he's.
Yeah.
And we're talking about a female.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think
I had
about
one
these
that
things.
said, "I'm concerned." Very, very, very concerned.
Oh yeah, you could have pulled
you
off the
could've
Elmer
did some
Fudd on
Elmer
that
Fudd
one.
there.
So.
Right. Wow. Well, that's fun.
Okay, good. Well, John, you win with 3 points on the board against Sebastian's 2 points.
All right. Thank
That's
you,
awesome.
Jeff Foxworthy, for
That's a lot
such a
of
fun, crazy game. It's called Relative Insanity. Maybe we'll play it again. Maybe we've been meaning to get like the whole group back in here
Yeah.
for a fun, like a reunion sort of thing where we're all like, maybe it's a happy hour type thing.
Ooh, happy
like
hour.
instead of having one beverage, we have a bunch.
Yeah.
And then we go live and see what happens.
Yes. Ooh.
That's I know that makes you nervous, don't it? But that's something to do possibly next time in the future. Sadly, we're pretty much out of time on this one, right? The Alan Jackson.
Yeah, we've been going a long time here. It's,
I mean, it's flown by. I've had a great time. We did not get to small town news this episode, but I know that we will in a future episode. Don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to, you can write an Apple Podcast review, iTunes. Go to johnreap.com for merchandise. There you go. Click on the shop. You can get hats, masks, T-shirts, koozies, digital downloads. I mean, there's even old school stuff on there. Belt buckle. There's bumper stickers. You name it. It's at johnreap.com. johnreap.com/shop. Don't you love it when that little thing pops up and you're trying to scroll?
Yep.
Yeah. Also, you can check out Ginger Beard Man on Amazon Prime. I'm still doing cameos if you want me to say something for somebody's birthday or anniversary or whatever. Holidays coming up. You write it, I say it. Still doing TikTok, even though it's about to get banned. Ginger Payne still on YouTube. And I think that's all I got to say about that. You got anything to plug?
No plugs. For
No
me.
plugs for the Alan Jackson and Nick and Sebastian. I'm John Reap. Bicycle. Oh, man, I think I went too far. Oh, here it is.
1, 2, 3. Well, life on the farm is kind of laid back, but I wouldn't know that I'm from a cul-de-sac. Don't chew tobacco and I don't smoke crack. Thank God I'm country-ish. Well, I said the kind of life never did me no harm, but I do know a guy with only one arm. Keep your fancy smartphones and your self-parked cars. Thank God I'm country-ish. Well, I got a podcast that'll make you giggle. It ain't number one, it's right in the middle. My town's not big, but it ain't too little. It's time for country-ish. Go on, dude. I'd make a new show every day if I could, but my friends have jobs and they pay pretty good. Record when we can, work when we should. It's time for country-ish. Well, I don't care what your skin looks like, just love everybody and we'll be alright. Listen to the show every Friday night. It's time for country-ish. Well, I got a podcast, it'll make you giggle. It ain't number one, it's right in the middle. My town's not big, but it ain't too little. It's time for country-ish. Don't you?